Hello everybody, it's your boy WEEZYFMAMBA and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys once again so much for being here. We really appreciate it. On today's video, we are continuing the segment that we have been doing for the past multiple weeks of ranking your favorite horror franchises in a tier list format. We are taking the most iconic horror film franchises and ranking them in a tier list of my opinion, and continuing to get your guys' comments and feedback, and basically your rankings. You know what I mean? Down in the comment section, of course. We have done multiple horror franchises such as Texas Chainsaw, Saw, Scream, Alien, etc. And this week we have officially landed on the the Conjuring series. We just released the Final Destination series last week when you guys see this video, of course. And I hope you guys enjoyed that one. But this time we're going to be going with the Conjuring universe. This does include the Annabelle films, the Nun, and the Curse of La Llorona, and obviously the Conjuring series. So without further ado, let's pop on over. Let's get it done. This is a pretty quick one in comparison to some of them which had like, I don't know, 20 films. Not the smallest, but of course not the largest either. We have 9 films to rank. We always go in order. So just so you guys are aware of how that works, is we go from the previously released all the way to the original. I have the Wikipedia page pulled up. As we could see, it goes the Nun 2, which was the latest release, all the way back down to the Conjuring. Okay, so we kind of go in order here, and this is how we're gonna go. So the Nun 2, let's go ahead and start there, ladies and gentlemen. The Nun 2 was so much better than the original. In fact, the original Nun arguably is the worst in the series, but it's still kind of mid. The Nun really improves on all of the problems with the original Nun. Obviously the return of Valak, but we really kind of have the Nun 2 not be as knowing, because we know what's coming after the Nun 2, right? We know how this all plays out simply because of Conjuring 2. So it's not a lot of surprise factor, which really does kind of take away from that. I really hate the fact that we have prequels that don't change the game of the sequels of the films that were previously released, because we kind of already know how the story goes. And with the Nun series and Curse of La Llorona and the original Annabelles, there's really just a lot of cheesy, cheeky, crappy jump scares. There's not a lot of actual terror. The Nun 2 is much scarier than the first film. But again, it's mid, right? It's a better installment, but it's not the best. Okay, moving on to the Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. And this is also in this. I will always be a simp for the Conjuring series over the spinoffs. Ed and Lorraine Warren portrayed by them are super good. You know, obviously, what's their name? Patrick Wilson and what's her name? Patrick Wilson. What's her name? I can't remember. She was awesome in let's look here. She was awesome. Okay, in Bates Motel. If you guys have never seen that, which is awesome. Awesome. So let me, man, we're just going to click on this real quick. Vera Farmiga. Okay. I always forget her name because it's so unique. I've never seen or heard of another Vera. So again, Conjuring made me do it. The Devil made me do it. And again, it's mid. It's really the courtroom drama, bringing in this third installment and trying to one up the best movie in the series. Yes, I'm giving you guys a spoiler of The Conjuring 2. It was not even close. This had a max release. So it really kind of took away the feel of going to the movie theater and watching it, where this was a day one release on HBO Max. maybe that's what kind of did it for me. Maybe big time horror films like this, I should really just go experience it in the theater regardless. But I really feel like sitting in the living room with Mrs. Mamba and watching this movie, it was great, but it wasn't great. It was good, but it wasn't great. That's what I meant to say. Okay. Moving on to Annabelle Comes Home. Now, this is where Annabelle got really good, chat. They really kind of stepped this up because the first Annabelle film is fucking awful. And we're going to get to that. But again, this really comes in, brand new director to the series, Gary Doberman. And he really emulates James Wan's style in the original films. Like, it's super good. Really kind of playing into that genre of babysitter, Halloween style. But obviously with the cursed Raggedy Ann doll, this really does come home. Again, it's a great film. It does have its hit or misses, and it's not the best Annabelle film yet. Oh shit, that scared me, yo. Why does that sound so loud in my room? But yeah, The Little Party Hat. You guys know the deal. It's a good movie. This is definitely a step up from the original Annabelle, but it's a step down from Annabelle Creation. So we're going to go ahead and get to that. What's coming next is The Nun. This, chat, was a dumpster fire. Not scary at all. No scares, just crap jump scares that didn't even work. They were so predictable that it was a nightmare. It was a disaster. Really, truly, just everything about it. You know what I mean? I just don't know. You guys understand that this movie really, really just had again a new director, and there isn't any tension. It's just like, okay, jump scare incoming, 3, 2, 1 predicted. They weren't good. It's not scary. And, you know, when your horror movie is not scary, that's a problem. It's dog water. Skip it if you can. Moving on. Annabelle Creation. This is S tier, dude. Facts. S tier. Okay. By far the best Annabelle film in the series. It really comes in full fruition from the first Annabelle film. And you're like, man, Annabelle's trash. They're never going to attempt this again. Well, I think it was, how many years later? Was this 3 years later? We get the full on here, which pops off. It's great. Great. Okay. The movie, once again, just really brought it back to the 50s to showcase the origin story of Annabelle. And like we said, we thought maybe that since this film doesn't really have, you know, Ed and Lorraine, this really kind of puts us in that place of like, okay, what are we going to get? But we get that horror movie aspect of like The Quiet Place, of the creepy tension and the quietness and Hereditary. It's shocking, it's effective, and it truly is the best Annabelle film in the subgenre of the Annabelle films. For sure. Okay. Conjuring 2, and then Annabelle, and then that. Guys, sorry, we totally skipped Curse of La Llorona. This is also in the bottom of the barrel. It's above The Nun, but this movie is dog water. Again, just cheesy jump scares, but at least the jump scares worked in this movie. There is nothing else that works in this movie. Doo-doo cheeks, my guy. Okay, doo-doo cheeks. Conjuring 2, guys, it's the best film in the franchise. Facts. And here's the reason why. We have the upgraded version of Ed and Lorraine Warren. We have Valak, the first movie that we see of them, but the very evil version of Valak. And of course, all the hidden messages, the buildup of thinking, you know, at the end of Conjuring 1 that we are going to be getting another Amityville horror remake. They touch base on the Amityville horror in the very beginning of the film, and then we completely take a left turn. It totally threw me off guard. And The Conjuring 2, by far the best makeup, the best tension, the best effects, the best scares, the best jump scares, the best acting, kids, etc. All of it, top tier. This is a 5 out of 5 film for me. Easily top 10 horror films of all time. Conjuring 2 really put the ball and stuck it home. It's just that good. And like I said, the hidden messages. Go back and watch The Conjuring 2, and you guys will see all of the what we call Easter eggs of leading up to Valak. It is just so fun to rewatch The Conjuring 2. Okay, promise. Okay. Moving on to Annabelle. This movie is dog water, and I am almost contemplating on putting this at the very bottom. But I still think I'd rather watch Annabelle 1 than Curse of La Llorona and The Nun. I'm pretty sure that's where we need to put it. I'm just trying to think. But yeah. Again, you have a few fun scares, but it's just really a terrible follow-up to The Conjuring. We were really, really high hopes. I think our judgment is clouded with the original Annabelle because The Conjuring was so good, but Annabelle sucks so bad. Maybe we held it too high of standard. Maybe if we go back and rewatch Annabelle right now, it won't be as bad. But it's still just terrible. I think what I'm going to do is it's good enough to be disappointing. I think that's where we'll put this. Again, it's not The Conjuring. We really, really needed a gangster follow-up, and the follow-up was mid as fuck. So here we are. And then the original, Obvi, the original, right in the middle there, of the top tier, S tier. The Conjuring started it all. Our introduction to the Ed and Lorraine Warren files, the doll, the hide and clap. You guys all know the memeable hide and clap. Easily one of the most unnerving scenes in horror history was hide and clap. It made its rounds. The Annabelle doll, the acting, Ed and Lorraine Warren, the house. It was just all so good, also done well. Great director, obviously James Wan, one of the all-time top horror directors ever. It just had a really good direction, and like we said, it set the bar so high. I think that's why we really held everything in high regards. And then when you have Annabelle and The Nun and The Nun 2 and all these other films that come out that were mid as fuck, especially after The Conjuring 2. I get we fumbled with Annabelle, and then we come back with Conjuring 2, and it's so good, and it's even better than the original. But everything after that really should have been just a knockout of the park. But I think the development studio just got lazy after Annabelle creation, truly, including The Conjuring. Man, devil made me do it. Like, it's just not there. But anyways, guys, that is my tier list of the Conjuring series and the Conjuring universe. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section, okay? Drop a like on the video, hit the subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way you guys get notified every time I go live here on YouTube, over on Twitch, and anytime that I bring you brand new Texas Chainsaw, brand new horror film franchise content. I love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.